Hey guys, Rookie Lock here, back once again. I hope everyone's having a great day as always. And today I'd just like to go over a few things on this Assa Mogul that I got in my last package there. Just wanted to give you guys a quick update and show some of the things that I did to get it working again. So first of all, the keyway on the lock was not a keyway that I had a key for. It was actually a keyway twin keyway that I was not familiar with. I thought there was only two twin keyways. This one here and this one here. They look a lot the same, but slight differences. So the keyway was not one that I had a key for. So I was left with a couple options. One option would have been to take this core here, which I do have a key and matching sidebar for. That's actually this key here. I got it from Security Snobs when they had a bunch of these. So if I wanted to use this core, and it's actually the right length for this cylinder, one thing I would have had to do would be to dovetail the side of the, kind of just a notch on the side of the cylinder here that takes this front anti-drill plate and locks it into the core there. So I would have to replicate that on this core, and as you can see here, this particular lock has hardened anti-drill all around, so my file would not bite into that. Probably could do it with a cutoff disc or a diamond disc or something like that, but yeah, I went the other route. It was early in the morning, I didn't want to take my Dremel out, and I kind of was itching to do something, so the route I took was just, and I apologize, some may not like this idea too much, but I filed a bit of the core, just enough to allow the key I had to fit into it, and it didn't take much work, and I don't want to put it in now because the pins are going to fly out, but it didn't take much work, and I got the key to fit into it, so that's the route I went. Either way I went, I would have had one extra core that you know what I mean, that I wouldn't be able to do anything with, or yeah, either way I went, I would have an extra core, and this way here they're both still functional, and actually this one's untouched, so if I do ever find a key for it, I can get it to work again. But that's just one. Well, that's the only modification I did, but the other thing I did to this lock, when I got it, didn't realize right away, but after taking a closer look at everything, I realized that probably the guy before Murr that had this had epoxied master wafers as the caps. So this was filled with epoxy. There was even epoxy on the threads, and that's how he capped off the chambers. And with that, there's a lot of distance here from, you know what I mean, here or lower to way up here that you have to fill with a spring and a driver, and that's too much distance. So what the guy did, he took some springs and stretched them right out, pretty sure, because they were, like, you know what I mean, really long springs, but even then they weren't powerful enough to fill up the whole chamber. So what I did, like you see on some other Assas and even some Triovings and Rucos, they cap, you can probably see there, they cap the chambers with the long screw that goes through them all. So I realized that's what this hole's, when I was unpackaging, that's what this hole's for. I'll actually show Where's my screwdriver? I'll actually show the job I did on this screw bar, or whatever you want to call it. Springs might go flying, so. But for the sake of my viewers and video, I'll show you guys what how I did this. It's pretty cool. It just finishes off the lock nicely. It gives it that, you know what I mean, non-butchered finish. It's more in line with what it would be. So all it is I took a piece of brass rod, 1/8 brass rod, filed it down to something like 93 thousandths or 90 some thousandths, just like the original ones would be in these kind of locks. Put an M3 thread on the back, and then just, this is the only part that might give it away that it's not a legit piece, or an original piece, is the slot I cut into it with a cutoff wheel on a Dremel. It's kind of hard to do that with a Dremel to where it's perfectly centered and looks, you know what I mean, perfectly legit. But this is serving its purpose, so pretty happy with that. The slot fits the screwdriver nicely. So yeah, that's gonna be probably gonna have to take this all apart to put it back together, but kind of wanted to show you guys that oh well, I can still do that. So yeah, that's pretty much all the changes I made to this, just to bring it back up to more or less how it would be in use and service. And really happy that I was able to use this lock versus my baby here. Actually, I just got some pins for this lock, so it would have been kind of funny if I had to sacrifice that lock. But yeah, I'm really happy to have used this one because it's just an old beat up lock that I got from Security Snobs a while back, so perfect for its purpose. And surprisingly enough, this lock takes the same cylinder as this lock, even though it looks so much longer. There's a big recess here in front, and yeah, these cylinders are the same except for the little dovetail on the front. So yeah, I'll just put this back together quickly without that bar in there. Kind of tricky to put back together because you got to hold the sidebar in, obviously, and make sure it doesn't fall out. So yeah, there it is. Everything working beautiful with a nice key from Security Snobs. I actually wish I had one in better shape, and excuse me, I might be able to get one eventually, because a lot of people have these cylinders from Security Snobs, and from what I've seen, all the ones that I've seen have the same sidebar bitting. So, and I have key pins, so I would be able to switch that up if I had to. So yeah, really happy with this lock. Mur, I can't thank you enough, buddy. Really glad that that you mentioned that you were looking to get rid of it, and I'm happy we were able to work something out. Hopefully by the time I upload this video, you'll have gotten your package there. Alright guys, I think that's pretty much it. Can't think of any other changes I did. Just quickly go over it again. Filed the keyway to fit a key with matching sidebar that I had. Removed these caps that were total butcher job of epoxied in, and made this bar to cap them off. So yeah, it's pretty much back to how it normally would be, except for slightly different keyway. Alright guys, again, appreciate you guys sticking with me, appreciate all the support, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.